You, newcomer, you appear to need direction. As a Justicia of the Divine Prosecution, I request your aid, newcomer. Dangerous entities have appeared throughout Somerset, and as much as it galls me to admit it, we could use the help of skilled adventurers. Are you interested? Then you distinguish yourself from many of the newcomers I see. Your duty today will be to investigate the unholy perversion of our beloved Isles. There are unsettling rumors that the curse of Korgrad is spreading. The Sapiarchs desire evidence. Coral crab eggs from the reef between Korgrad and the Laundrill. Handle them carefully, and beware the Queen of the Reef. That giant coral crab has killed many an ambitious gourmand, but if she has been perverted by unholy powers, she must be purged. This threat to Somerset must be dealt with, newcomer. I urge you to complete your assignment as quickly as possible. A Justicia is expected to produce answers, not harbor questions. But I suppose you are no Justicia. Very well. Korgrad was a city that was utterly devastated during the time of the Thracian Plague. The scale of death and corruption there has left the place forever marred. If this long-festering wound is now spreading, action must be taken. It is not normally part of the Divine Prosecution's purview to render judgment onto crabs. My only advice would be, and I'm ashamed to have to even say this, do not eat anything tainted with impurity. The taint of Korgrad was swallowed by the sea very long ago. If that taint is spreading, it will affect the sea life first. The Sapiarchs must believe that the health of the eggs will be a good indicator of blight, and that is good enough for me.
Ah, another ephem. Ever since the Queen's decree, I can't take 3 steps without bumping into someone who lacks even a drop of Ultima blood. No offense intended, of course. Shall I presume you're here about the contract work? It's a sad day indeed when the Divine Prosecution requires outside help. But these are tumultuous times. With the army engaged on foreign shores and so many visitors on our island, our resources are stretched thin. Hence the contracts. Each assignment varies in scope, but all assume a certain level of danger. Some can be completed alone, but others will need allies to complete. You'll be asked to dispatch dangerous creatures, investigate suspicious activity. Those sorts of tasks. In accordance with our current regulations, each deputized citizen may accept a single contract from each Justicia every day. You are encouraged, of course, to check back regularly for new assignments. Does this kind of work appeal to you? Very well. I hereby authorize you to execute duties on behalf of the Divine Prosecution. Seek Justiciars, Farewell and Tenorian for your first assignments. They handle the administration of all contracts. Go speak to Farewell and Tenorian. They can set you up with contracts and get you right to work. The Divine Prosecution is a division of the Queen's Thelmore, charged with enforcing secular and religious law through Somerset. We investigate corruption and crime and adjudicate legal disputes. Your assignments will reflect this broad scope. Justicia Tenorian's contracts can be handled by a single agent, while Justicia Farewell's assignments require a group to eradicate the dangerous beasts she cares about. And at some point, talk to Battle Reeve Tanaline about specialized missions.
The divine prosecution doesn't pay until the contract is complete. So get back to it. The items you're recovering are devotional, but also very personal. Objects with a deep spiritual connection to the departed. Through them, the priests will bless the fallen pilgrims.
on, you filthy... You're the first thing I've encountered that isn't a slavering beast or drooling savage. Begs the question, what you're doing out here. Did that idiot Medze send you? The fool I followed out here. I lost track of him after these wretched goblins stole my pack. Hopefully he can manage not to get himself killed long enough for me to recover our notes. Their research for Medze's recital at the Illumination Academy. I've been transcribing them for weeks. Oh, the goblins toss them all over. Not big readers, I guess. But this tribe is bigger than I thought. What are you? Some sort of saint sent to deliver me from digging through Maluk's squalor? Well, 2 searchers are better than 1. We'll meet near the eastern exit of the Coral Splitter Caves, not too far from safety. Watch yourself. I could, but I don't know why you'd want to know. You're doing me a favor, so go on and ask. Officially, scribe. Unofficially, nanny. The man's got all the good sense of a swaddled babe. I've had the thankless task of saving him from himself ever since we arrived from Sentinel. Some epic about the great battles between the High Elves and the Goblins that Medze plans to perform at the Illumination Academy. I'll admit, it sounded much more intriguing before I had to listen to Medze ramble on about it for weeks. It's either find these notes or start from scratch, and if you just spent the past few weeks fumbling through these crags with Medze, you wouldn't be asking me that. I don't know how much longer I can hide out here. Give me some good news. That's the last of them. I'm not going to give you some my savior routine, but thanks. This is not how I plan to die. Do me one last favor. It's a small one. Would you deliver those papers to Medze and tell him I quit? Look, I've had enough of Medze. The humming, the whistling, the constant attempts at rhyming. I'm not completely heartless. That's everything I cataloged on this misbegotten adventure. With it, he can finish his research.
Naliara, stay strong. Your salvation is at hand. Though, if you could call out, that would be helpful.
He's coming. I'm gone.
I finally girded myself with the courage of my forefathers. I'm prepared to add my deeds to theirs, even if it means entering oblivion itself. I will find Naliara. You, haven't seen her, have you? Naliara quit? Oh, I suppose I cannot fault her. Capture by vile goblins was simply too much for her delicate spirit. But without her records of my spontaneous, inspired verse, my recital is doomed. Oh, well, that's great. I nearly have everything I need to complete my epic of the war fought between the goblins and high elves here. All that's left is for me to uncover the site of their most pivotal battle. Come, let's make history! I mean, I just assumed since Naliara entrusted you with her notes, you were taking over her duties. You don't want to uncover a once-in-a-lifetime discovery? I have a generous stipend from the Illumination Academy to complete my work. The site is close. I just know it. Dramatic instinct. My antiquated directions said the entrance would be where two falls meet stone. Sounds more like an uncomfortable pratfall than landmark, but my guess is the site is near water. You must not frequent Daggerfall, friend. I am Medze the Maestro, king of singers, serenader of kings. I've performed songs of Sentinel at court thrice now, and I'm soon to be an honored guest performer at the Illumination Academy. Well, there's a story there. You see, in light of the Queen's decree, the Illumination Academy has been inviting guest performers from all across Tamriel for their latest conclave. And, of course, I received an invitation, so I hopped on the first boat. I was getting to that. The subject of my recital is a fresh epic of their ancient conflict with the goblins of these hills. I didn't want to just regurgitate tired verse to the world's premier scholars. I need real inspiration to impress that crowd. All the stories of Somerset describe it as an idyllic place of wonder and beauty. I'll admit it's been a much less comfortable trek than I anticipated when we struck out. But who could have expected marauding goblins in such civilized lands? Yes, but I didn't expect there to be live goblins. All the histories I've read say they were thoroughly vanquished, but it seems their tribes were not entirely pacified. Quite the oversight, if you ask me.